Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Powerful Man Show. I am your host, Doug Holt, with my co-host, Tim, The Powerful Man Matthews. What's going on, bro?
Caught me off guard then.
I know I did. We were just talking about storage tags, but I wanted to get this rocking and rolling because it's an important topic, Tim. Right now, a lot of the men are going through a world of uncertainty, certainly a world that no one in multiple generations has been through, the COVID-19 pandemic going around the world. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, something that is coming up time and time again, as you and I talk to men from around the world about what's going on, and what that is really about knowing your why, and knowing your why in uncertain times, because we are certainly in uncertain times here, and so that's really something that I want to dive into today.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what's happening is we're getting on call. I'm getting on a lot of calls, and I know you are too, with men, and they're freaking out mostly about their business. And that's the first thing that comes on. Now, most all businessmen focus on their business. It's the first thing. And as men, we get significance from that area. So what I'm doing, Tim, is I'm asking the guys, right? Because I'll let them go through what's worrying them, what's happening with their business, happening with the economy and the world and what have you. But then really, it's diving into, to snap them out of it, it's, why did you start your business? Oh, well, Doug, and they'll go into a story about how they started their business because their dad had the business and they wanted to, take it over. And it sounded like a good way to take on the family reins and, get some freedom in their lives and what have you. Then I ask them, I say, that's great, but why are you in business? Like, what is the outcome of the business for you? What are you trying to achieve? And inevitably, it always comes down to supporting their family. And then when I ask why, well, so I can spend more time with my family, so I can give them what they want, what they desire. I can give them what they need. And I know, Tim, you know where I'm going with this, because the real answer is you can do that now, right? You're able to do that right away. And it's like a little alarm telling me I'm right. I like that.
Definitely not telling you you're right.
So the point of it is knowing why you're struggling, and knowing why, not why you're struggling, but why did you get in business in the first place, and why are you stressing? And if you got in business so you can provide for your family, you can provide more opportunities for your family, you can provide more time, right? Time is the one resource we all know we can't get more of. The key here is really realizing that now is the time where you can actually spend time with your family, right? If your business is crumbling around you, or it seems it is, one is I'll give you the possibility that it's not as bad as you think, and there's opportunity out there. But two, why don't you focus on what it is you really want, what really matters to you, and really get in there? And one exercise you can do here is the rocking chair test. And Tim, I know I've talked to you about this before, but you're looking at it. So for example, Tim, my wife wanted to go for a family walk yesterday. It's like 3:00, beautiful day. And I actually had something, you actually asked me to film something. And you said, hey, if you have time, could you film it? So I had this where I felt, geez, I really want to film this. Tim had asked me to do it. And then I had my wife. And so I just did a quick rocking chair test. And guess what? You lost there, Tim. But the rocking chair test looks like this. You have a decision. And that was a really simple one to do. But the decision, and you say, okay, do I do A or do I do B? Then you just imagine yourself when you're 80 or so, sitting in your rocking chair, having a drink, and which one of those decisions would matter to you? Right? Which one of those would have been really important to you? For me, clearly, it was spending time with my family, going for a walk, connecting with my wife, connecting with my children. That was the clear thing that when I'm 80, I would have been really proud that I did, and not shooting a video for Tim. So that was an easy decision. But when we look at what's going on right now in the marketplace, a lot of you guys are laying off staff. A lot of you guys are taking emergency loans, and a lot of that stress of all these decisions you're having to make, you're taking home to your family, and they're getting the worst of you, not the best of you. And when I say taking home, the weird thing is most of you guys are working from home. So you're walking out of your home office or downstairs or wherever you are, and you're taking that stress and you're laying it on the table. You're laying it on for everybody else to take on. Yet these are the people that have the business to protect. These are the people you have the business to take care of. These are the people you have the business so you can spend time with them. So I'm going to encourage you guys to use that as a little reflection as you're going through these hard times. Is what is your why? Why are you doing this? And is this something you can take an opportunity, as many men are, and spending more time with their family, as I am, going for a walk with my wife and my kids? Now, transparently, it's easy for me to say because it's something I would do anyway, rather this environment. But I've been on the phone with literally hundreds of businessmen, and a lot of them are taking that paradigm shift. And what they're finding, Tim, I think is really interesting. It's only been a few weeks, but what they're finding is they're coming back into their work with more flow, more clarity. And because when you're in tunnel vision, you're in fear mode, you can only see so much. But when you step outside of that, you get refreshed, you feel your soul, you feel your heart up. When you come back in there, your eyes become more wide open and you start to see opportunities. And those opportunities are opportunities that you can take advantage of in the marketplace. And even if those don't come to you, you had the opportunity of spending time with the people that you really care about. And that's what really matters.
As long as you don't expect me to be sat on that veranda with you and the rocking chair beside you at 80, then you made the right decision.
Well, I don't know if you'll live that long,
Tim. Thanks. Yeah, it's huge, right? They're just that simple reframe. It's so easy to lose sight of it, right? We often speak to the guys, when they've sacrificed the people they love to build a business for the people they love, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get onto the phone with us and, Tim, I thought I was doing all the right things. I was doing this for them, which, there is some truth to that. Also, the guys are also doing it for themselves as well, to fulfill their potential, which is okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I've never spoken to a businessman who says that he would be happy to enjoy the fruits of his labor on his own without his family. I've never met that guy yet.
Mm-hmm.
Every guy I speak with says how he would love, he's on the verge of losing his family when everything he's been doing is to enjoy it with them. But I think a big part of the problem is he often places so much of his life on hold for some time in the future, right? Okay, well, when I get to 1 million or 2 million or 10 million or 100 million, then I'll stop. But we all know that point never comes because the nature of the game and the nature of the man is that he loves to grow. So he achieves the milestones, but the goalposts move. And then with it, he continues to delay the things he wants to do. So he may be saying, hey, I'm building this for them so I can enjoy a great life with them. When we get to a certain level, that's when I'll do it. And the trouble with that is often that point never arrives because his wife either gets fed up waiting and chooses something different, or he gets burnt out and has to choose a different path in the same business even. Or something else happens. Again, I've never met the businessman who has said, okay, well, when I get to this point in time, I'm going to start having more time with my kids and that actually work out. So I think the simple reframe of remembering why you're doing this in the first place and letting go of control, right? I spoke with a businessman yesterday and I asked him what would success look like for him. I said, Tim, I just want to let go. I want to let go of micromanaging my staff. I want to let go of every decision having to come through me. I want to let go and just enjoy the fruits of my labor with my family because it's passing me by. And bearing in mind, he got kicked out of his home about a week ago. So now he's realizing, but it's taken this and him having to obviously reconnect with his wife, and maybe it might not even happen. Who knows? Hopefully it will, right? So yeah, I think that simple reframe is really important. And what would you say, Doug, to the guy that says, no, but Doug, I'm just too busy to do that. I will spend more time with my kids, but right now I just can't. Right now, with everything that's going on right now, I've just got to focus on my business.
What do I say to that guy? I would, oh man, there's so much I'd like to say to him. Right. First of all, right now is all that matters. This moment is all that matters. Because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And if you think you are, and I hate to use this, but I'm going to, just think of all the people who are in hospitals right now, or people can't get into hospitals in Italy, Spain, the UK, the US, all over the world, who are hoping for tomorrow, right? But their tomorrow may not come. There's a lot of them that may not come, right? As we're recording this, there's been thousands of deaths in the US alone. And those people didn't expect this. You need to take care of your house now. Not tomorrow, not the next day, now. This is the time to make some big shifts, guys. This is the time to make big moves. Odds are that you're going to do it later last year too, right? And you didn't. Odds are you wanted to do all these things that you haven't done. Spending time with your family, repairing your marriage, right? You haven't invested in it. It's too much money. It's too much time. I don't have it, and I can't tell you how many people, Tim, that I hear from, and now I talk to them and they're like, you're so lucky you work from home. You run these companies from your house. It's amazing. I wish I could do that. Well, now you're forced to, right? And it's not as glamorous in some ways than they think. There's a lot of nuances to that, to doing it. But seizing the moment, rocking chair test. What's going to be important to you later? Is it that, you worked your tail off? And guy, I work hard. So I'm not saying don't work. I work hard. I really
smart.
I work hard and smart. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. Is be efficient with your time as you can, so you can spend more time with your family. You don't get this time back, right? And we all know it, but we ignore it. And it's always tomorrow. I'm going to start the workout tomorrow. I'm going to talk to my wife tomorrow. We're going to reconnect tomorrow. Now I'm just mad at her. I'll talk to her tomorrow. I won't connect now and say I'm sorry or apologize or whatever it may be. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time to step into it. This is your moment, guys. This is your call. This is the time when leaders are made, right? 2008, been through it. Was a business owner, 3 companies. You saw it then, but this is a lot different, right? This is not just a financial crisis. There's a financial crisis going on, but it's due to a pandemic. This is when real leaders step up. And I want to invite each and every one of you to step up. Step up for your families. Step up for yourself, right? Do something for yourself. Better yourself. We can all use some betterment. No one's perfect. I'm not. Tim's not. We can all better ourselves. This is the time, guys. And this is the time to take a little time with your family. Do something impromptu. If you're on lockdown, throw a blanket on the floor and do a romantic dinner. Tim, I was talking to one of the guys in the Brotherhood last night. Love this story. And guys, listening to this guy's amazing. You know what he did with his family the night before? He actually threw a wedding ceremony in his house for his 2 children, so they could, for their teddy bears. They married their teddy bears at night. They did the cake, they did the candles, they did the song. How cool is that?
Mm-hmm.
So creative, right? And a way for him to spend time. Now, his business is demanding a lot of him right now. Very successful man, politically connected, great guy, right? Salt of the earth guy, and yet he still knows what matters. He still took his priorities and made them the right priorities. Work can wait tomorrow. Your to-do list will be there tomorrow. It will. Your family comes today. Working on your relationship comes today. This is your shot at bat, guys. Step up to the plate. Take a swing. And remember, why are you doing what you're doing? That's where your focus gets to be right now.
Yeah. And I think an important point as well, coronavirus aside, somebody died last night, right?
Oh, yeah.
We always like to take it for granted and, that life's a given and we'll live for someday in the future. And like you said, nothing's guaranteed.
Guys, well, I don't want to end on a horrible note, but what I want you to do is write down why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you doing it? And if you have kids, write down your beautiful kids' names. Your wife, even if you're mad at her, even if you're going through something, write it down. You know you love her. This is the time to take massive action. What can you do? Write 3 things down that you can do today, right now in this moment. Maybe it's a phone call. Maybe it's planning something out. Maybe it's setting aside some time. Maybe it's just getting up, going over and giving your family a hug and telling them you love them. I don't know what it is for you, but do something right now. Guys, if you're interested in learning more about what we do, go over to theactivationmethod.com. That's theactivationmethod.com, where you'll get some more information from Tim himself. And you'll probably find out what Tim's why is there also. He shares it in one of his videos, which is fantastic. Guys, until next time, spend some time with the ones you love. Remember your why, and we'll see you the next time here on The Powerful Man Show.